Welcome to Tough Conversations with David Wood, where play meets depth. We help teams and high-performing leaders like you to master your tough conversations so you succeed in your career and in your life. When we avoid tough conversations, we stay small. Teams stay disengaged, conflicted, and ultimately end up quitting. When we lean in and master our tough conversations, they become the defining moments that literally shape our careers, our relationships, and our lives. So let's dive in and master your next tough conversation so you can be the leader that you would follow. Let's play. Welcome to a super exciting episode with BYRON Katie, one of my greatest teachers. She's had a huge impact on my life. Now, one of the toughest conversations we can have is with ourselves. What's that negative self-talk that holds us back? And one of the toughest beliefs to deal with is, I'm a failure, or what if I'm going to be a failure? In this episode, Katie takes me into my own example where I had Jack Canfield coming to speak at my live event, and I didn't have many people registered, and I was so scared about failing in Jack's eyes. So watch and learn as we dive in, and as you listen from your own example. You may not have an event with Jack Canfield coming, but where in your own life are you worried that you are a failure or you might be a failure? I'll see you on the other side.
Hi, David.
Yes.
How's the David?
The David is good and
Good.
the city is beautiful and you're
Yeah.
looking beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Can I throw some one-liners on the table?
Yeah.
All right. A big one is people will reject me and I will be a failure.
So everyone agreed it was terrible, that your event was terrible. So
Okay.
you are a failure. Is it true?
And even better, no one shows up.
Yeah, no one
right?
shows up.
So I
Yeah.
got a big room and maybe two people in the front row. Is it true I'm a failure?
Okay, so that's the situation. Yeah, no one has shown up.
And
those-
Jack Canfield's coming in an hour, right? And he's got to see me and my two friends.
Yeah, that's right.
All right.
That's right. So,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, I'm a failure.
So you're a failure in that situation. Can you really know? Can you absolutely know it's true that you're a failure?
I'm gonna go with no, because I'm not totally sure what my purpose as a human being is. And I
Yeah.
can't be absolutely sure it's to fill a room full of people. So
Yeah.
I'm coming down on no.
That's lovely. So the third question, notice how you react. What happens when you think the thought, you're a failure, and Jack Canfield's coming in 1 hour?
Well, I've definitely got the image. And maybe the look on his face when he comes into the room expecting, a big group of people, and then here's me and my two friends.
Yeah.
I imagine disappointing him. I think about my friends thinking that guy, he's not a good coach or a trainer. He doesn't have it together.
And feel what it feels like emotionally when you think the thought, I'm a failure.
Well, I feel contracted and I feel like a coldness in my body.
Yeah. Now imagine how you treat Jack Canfield when you think the thought, I'm a failure, and he walks in the door, and experience those emotions as well. So witness that.
Yeah, I can see I don't want him there. I'd be like almost wishing he had to cancel. And so here he is. He's coming to offer his gifts to everybody, and I'm like, don't walk in the room.
Yeah.
So definitely disconnected from him, and disconnected from the people who did show up.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's very powerful. So I'm a failure. So in that same situation, imagine him walking in the room, in that big room. There are only two people there. Who would you be? What would you be without the thought, I'm a failure?
Without the thought, I'd be excited to see Jack. I really would. I've been wanting more time with him, and we'd really get some time to sit and talk. Also, I'd be excited for these two people.
Yeah, it would give them an opportunity to sit with both of you, which you could not do with an entire group.
It would be extraordinary.
So let's turn it around. I'm a failure. What is the opposite?
I'm a success.
Yeah. So give me examples of that situation where you are a success.
Because the two people who are there, it's absolutely going to rock their world. They're not going to be able to believe what's going on. I'm a success because I get time to really sit with Jack and talk with him about his life and his coaching and learn a lot from that. I'm a success because I went for it. I can really find that I put it out there and I invited, and the people who needed to be there showed up.
Yeah.
I can find that.
Yeah. You know, that's my life, and I love it, and no one has to show up but me. So I'm free to go anywhere. I'm free to be with anyone. It's a fearless life. I think, you know, we're all blessed just to sit in this situation with David and really see the worst that can happen and the best that can happen are the same event. I put my events up there, and so I was able to just put up on the internet, you know, like the first goal was 29 days. Then I put it up on the internet, and I knew people would come or not. It is just none of my business. My job is to offer it, and then if they come, we'll say, to use your term, I coach. If they don't come, I coach. I coach myself. If one person comes, I coach that person, and I'm always coaching myself. If I have something of value, and you coaches, if you have something of value, you offer it, and people come or they don't. But do you show up?
I just got so much out of that because before I was thinking I'll show up for the two people there, but now I'm getting I'll show up for myself.
Yeah, because one person's going to be there, and that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and the rest
that's everything.
Yes. I am curious, just to throw it open to you, is there any kind of a message or general advice that you'd like to offer to people who want to offer the gift of coaching to the world?
Yeah, to you know, end all the fear within you, and inquiry is the way that that I've experienced, and so I would say, you know, do the work and coach yourself first. And love what you do, and let people grow you. All those people that show up or don't show up, they'll grow you, and suffering is optional.
I like that. That's beautiful. Yeah. Thank you.
I love you, honey.
I love you too, Katie.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Welcome. Bye. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to Tough Conversations with David Wood. Now it's action time. Mastering your tough conversations will have a major impact on your team, your company, and you as a high-performing executive or entrepreneur. If you're ready, request a discovery session with me at playforreal.life so we can transform your team, your company, and you. And if you've enjoyed this episode, I would love you to help me spread this message of tough conversations in a very simple way. Just leave a public review at playforreal.life/podcast. And you may hear me read it out loud and thank you live on a future podcast. Now, let's play.